Hey, I'm Jason, and this is Hook and Tail. Welcome. Please come along as I explore the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. We're chasing waterfalls, kayaking the pictured rocks, and hitting some of the breweries. They have over 1,700 miles of shoreline in Michigan, which is a lot. We didn't cover it all, but hey, we tried. We had fun. We pretty much focused on the shores around Lake Superior. Went to probably a dozen waterfalls. Don't worry, you don't have to see pictures of all of them, but I did post a few that we really enjoyed. Also, there's 20 breweries. Once again, we didn't hit them all, but we tried. We had plenty of fun. This is Dead River Falls. It was close to Marquette. Really cool place. Nice hike. I don't know, maybe a half mile. It was kind of uphill. It wasn't horrible, but definitely worth a trip if you're in town. Marquette's got 5 breweries. It's got Black Rock State Park. You can jump off of cliffs right into Lake Superior. Water's cold, so buyer beware, but it is a lot of fun. All right, here we go. Pictured rocks. If you look right there on the rock, you can see it right there. It looks like a subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button. Please keep watching. You'll get a great view of pictured rocks, and I'll even give you some information. Some of it might even be real. Some of it I'm just going to make up just to fill in some time so you don't have to listen to all the wind. That is what we heard. But there are waves. I'll leave a little bit of it in so you can kind of hear what we're going through. All right, Pictured Rocks is in Munising, Michigan. It's kind of central on the UP, I guess. I don't know exactly, but it's on Lake Superior. Lake Superior is really an awesome lake. It's cold. Average temperature is like 40 degrees, and it feels like it. I went swimming in it several times. It's a lot of fun, but it is refreshing and freezing cold. There are around 550 shipwrecks with over 10,000 dead people in Lake Superior. And Lake Superior is known as a lake that doesn't give up its dead. Because it's so cold, the bodies don't bloat. So there's basically 10,000 dead people in Lake Superior that'll never come up. Which is kind of interesting, kind of crazy, kind of weird, but that's a real fact too. At least that's an approximation. It's over 1,332 feet deep, which is about the size of the Empire State Building is what they say. I haven't measured either one, but I'm going to take their words for it. But the views are absolutely breathtaking. There's a hiking trail. You can go up and hike the top of it. We didn't do that. Sounded like a lot of exercise. The better view was from down here, so we chose the down here part. Lake Superior touches Michigan, Minnesota, Wisconsin, and the 51st state of Canada. The province Ontario. I don't know if they've got the land deal done yet with Trump, but I guess Canada's the next 51st state. Heard something about that anyways. Hopefully hunting and fishing license will get a little bit cheaper in Canada when that happens. And I won't need a passport to keep renewing. They say there's 3 quadrillion gallons of water in Lake Superior. I didn't even know that was a number. I think it's like a cotwillion or something like you used in Monopoly when you were a kid. I think somebody just made it up. They said it'll cover the entire North and South America with a foot of water. Once again, I don't know who measured it. Probably a lot of math. That I'm going to let somebody else do and just report the facts back. But views are absolutely stunning. If you get a chance to do this, it's definitely worth the money. They take you out in a boat, and then they drop you off in the kayaks, and you kayak the whole shore. They have a guide that comes along with you, tells you a whole bunch of stuff that I didn't remember, and the sound wasn't good enough. The sound wasn't good enough to pass on either, so you're just gonna get my narration of it. If you look right there, you can see they call that the keyhole, and they used to, back the early Americans would train dragons to fly through there, and one time one of their tails hit the top and knocked all them rocks down, so they quit flying their dragons through there. But now I guess spirits of the dead can go through there. Some say it's just the echo of the lake. Others say they can hear them howling. I didn't hear any or see any, but that was the rumor. They say Lake Superior can get waves up to 30 foot tall. I think that would be pretty wild to see them crashing into the shores. I have not seen the storms. I've seen the storms on Lake Michigan before. I don't know that I've ever seen anything close to 30-foot waves, but I've seen some pretty wild ones. But I think it'd be really neat, especially in winter when stuff's icing up and icing over. But the views are absolutely breathtaking, and it's a lot of fun. If you're not into kayaking, you can rent pontoon boats and take them out there. They've got guided tours you can take with just a boat. Obviously, you're not going to get as close and be able to kayak underneath where the dragons used to fly like we were able to. But you don't have to paddle for 2 or 3 hours either. And I think if the weather had not been as nice, we would have probably considered something like that. But when we were there, the weather was absolutely beautiful. So I didn't see any reason not to get out there and paddle it. As you've seen, my wife was with me. I think she would have kayaked the entire shoreline if I would have let her, but we weren't about to do all that. We had breweries to hit, dinner to eat. We camped all week, so we did some cooking, but we hit a lot of restaurants too while we were up here. Hey, leave me a comment if you've ever camped in the Upper Peninsula. It's pretty cool. There's so many. The Upper Peninsula is 40% public land. It's like 6,550 square miles of public land. You can camp so many places. There's over 140 state park campgrounds alone in the Upper Peninsula, and that's not counting the dispersed camping you can do on national forests. Check local laws. Everything changes all the time, but basically you can disperse camp in a lot of the national forest for free, or there's designated dispersed campsites that you can use for very cheap. You might just have to get a permit. They got different rules. You just got to check on the area you're going. But there's just so many opportunities, and I didn't know if other people are taking advantage of that. I know people do during hunting season, but you don't hear many people doing it in the summer. And really, I didn't see any other evidence of other people doing it other than us. I mean, I'm sure there were, but just not where we were at. Part of the point of dispersed camping, I guess, is that they're not where you're at. I mean, it may not be Wisconsin cheese curds, but every bar we went to had awesome cheese curds, and I love cheese curds. I think I ate them almost every day when we were there. They got Patsy's. If you don't know what those are, look them up. They're absolutely amazing. I like them with gravy. Never had one until this week, and it was absolutely worth every penny. We split one, and then we got one that had pie filling in it. Then the next time we went, we each got our own and barely finished them, but it was well worth it. Hey, when you're up here, you got to make sure you do the whitefish. It's locally caught, or at least caught in Lake Superior. I don't know if it comes from the U.S. or Canadian side. I know they got kind of strange laws in the U.S., but it is absolutely amazing. It's a real white fish, obviously by the name, but the texture is really good. I had it fried. There's fish and chip stands all over the place. Definitely worth trying. We went to a restaurant and got it there, but I saw several food trucks selling it as well. And then there's also this wild rice, which we did not get, that supposedly grows in the Great Lakes also, that I was unaware of. I didn't see any for sale, like hot, but they were selling bags of it. I was going to buy a bag, take home, ended up not. Just kind of didn't find it when I wanted it, but that's something to try next time. We're going to try to head up there again here maybe next year and check out some different areas. But everywhere I've been up there has been wonderful. The people are great, food's great, beer's cold, weather was beautiful. Absolutely a great time. We went with Pictured Rocks kayaking out of Munising, Michigan. I mean, they all kind of do the same basic tour. I know there's a couple companies. Some of them you gotta like hike and kayak. I think you hike down to a beach and they got the kayaks waiting for you there. This one, a boat took us out, but I'm sure they're all very similar. But I will say that they did a really good job. Know that I'm not getting paid anything or no sponsorship or I didn't get a discount, but they didn't even know I was doing this. So I just wanted to give them a shout out because they did do a great job and the people were really cool, nice, smart, like they knew what they were talking about. And this was a really neat area going through here. And the colors, you can see them on the rocks, but just super cool colors. Too bad I couldn't have brought a fishing pole. Probably jigged up some lake trout. Some of this. I don't know what all they do for fishing on Lake Superior. I've never had the privilege of doing it, but it's definitely on my bucket list. I think next time I go, I'm gonna try to get some sort of charter. When in Munising, you gotta check out Whiskey Dick's. Great little bar, cool. Say how much you love camping.
It's pretty fun. I love it.
The beaches are so cool. It's like a deserted island. There's nobody on them, and they're just as nice as almost anywhere I've ever been.